have been expanding my Westman Atelier makeup collection. I don't have many products from her brand, but the stuff that I've got, I've really enjoyed. So the two new items that I recently picked up is her lip palette, which has been out for a while, but look at this gorgeous packaging. This is the Le Rouge lip suede in, well, it's all the red colors. I'll show you later a close-up. And then I got her powder as well. This is newer. I think she came out with the lipstick quite a while ago. And I don't know, I'm not a person that likes to use lip palettes. I just prefer a lipstick, but I've heard good things about this, and most people who've used it, they like this color, the reds, rather than the nudes. And then I think I heard someone say that the powder is really good. So I thought today I'll do a full face makeup try on all Westman Atelier items that I have. Whatever I don't have, I will use other things. Let me just put a hairband on first so that I can, you know, put the hair out of my head. You can see there's a bald spot here because, well, my hair's thinning. What can I do? What can I do? But anyway, let's get started. So I have a bit of moisturizer on my face. So I'm going to start off first with her foundation stick. So this is one of the first products that I got. This is the Vital Skins foundation stick, and I got it in Atelier 2. Oh my gosh, I haven't used it for a while. Look at that. It's a little squashed. There's something really creamy about this one. So one thing I love about her products is that I don't need to use brushes. One or two products, yes, but most of the time I can just use my finger and blend. If you watch what's her name, like Gucci Westman, I think that's her name, that's a makeup artist, she just uses her hands to tap it all in. So I'm going to do one side with my hands, my fingers, and then I'll use a brush on the other side. So you can just swipe it very easily like this, and it's super creamy, so a little bit goes a long way. And just like smooth it out. It's pretty high coverage, so I usually like to go in with a little bit, spread it out first, and then apply more. And you don't really need a concealer anymore because it's very rich, and it serves as a concealer as well. So you can get one of those like no makeup looks. Okay, so I'm done one side with my fingers. Now I'm gonna do the other side with a brush. I'm gonna do the same thing first. So I'm gonna swipe like 1, 2, 3 lines like this. That might be a bit too much. And then just using any flat top kabuki brush, I'm gonna just use that and swipe down, kind of like pressing and swiping at the same time to spread the product out. I do find that when I use a brush, the brush soaks up just a little bit of the product. So when I use a brush, I feel like the application is lighter, but you know, it depends. If I put more product, then it'll be about the same. I do find that with the brush, I do get, you know, they look the same, but with the brush, I can get like deeper into the pores like this. I press it all in. Both are nice. I'm just gonna do that first. I'm gonna put a little bit more for my forehead, and then sweep along my eyes as well. Give it a bit of like a base before I put some eyeshadow. And then whatever's left on the brush, just sweep down. Probably on camera you can't see the difference, but if you look up close, I find that the side with the brush, I could get into the pores. This side looks, you know, honestly, once I put powder, I think they'll look the same, but it's definitely softer with the brush side. And so I'm just gonna even it out. I'm gonna use the brush to sweep on the other side. But if you don't have a brush on hand and you just need a very quick touch up, or you need to put your makeup very quickly, her foundation it's easy, right? Because of the creaminess. Normally after foundation, I will put a little powder, but I'll do that later because her products are more cream based. So I'm gonna go straight in with her blush sticks, and I really like her blush sticks. I almost use this every time I put my makeup on right now. So the color that's always in my makeup case is Chochette, and I have also Petal. So both colors, they look very similar, but I feel like Chochette is a bit more neutral. So they look so similar, honestly. Petal's a little bit more pink. So because I use Chochette so often in many of my videos, I'm gonna just go in with Petal today and use this as my blush. So I honestly don't use any brush for it, so I'm just gonna go in sweep this on my cheeks and then use my ring finger and my middle finger and just tap it really fast like this and kind of blend it all the way up to my temples, under my eye, along here. I go in a little bit at a time because it's pretty pigmented, but once you start to blend it into the skin, it does fade off because your fingers do get some of it. So then I'll do the other side, a couple of sweeps like this and go in. It doesn't set like super fast, so you do have time to blend and work with it. And sometimes if I feel like I got too much, right, I'll use my clean finger, which is my index finger, and I'll just tap it off. And then I'll say, okay, I tapped off too much, and then I'll go back in again. I feel like it's really, really foolproof. You don't have to worry that, you know, you've got too much. If you do, then just put a little bit more foundation on, or just use that brush and tap it on top of the blush. So that just gives you a very nice, fresh, really healthy looking blush. So I'm gonna go in with a bit more because, well, for the camera, the light is washing me out a little bit. So usually in real life, I'll just use 2 swipes and it's good enough. But for today on camera, since I'm going to do another video after this, I'm going to pop a little bit more on the apples, like the cheeks higher part here, and I'll just sweep it up towards my temples and do the other side as well to get a very nice even blend. So I honestly just use my fingers for it, which is why I think I use this so often. Okay, whatever's on my fingers left, I like to put a little bit on my chin as well. I don't know, I think it looks kind of cute, and then on the nose a little bit to give you that, you know, flushed look. Okay, so that's the blush. This is also one of her star products, and it's actually one of my favorites. It's just that I haven't used it in a while because, well, I don't need a highlighter. But when I want to like amp up my cheeks and just look really, really glossy and super healthy, wow, I love this. This is the Super Loaded Tinted Highlighter, and her famous color. She's got 3 now. This is the Peau de Pêche. It looks like this, I don't know, neutral, beigey, bronzy tone cream highlighter. This, I actually prefer to use it with a brush, and the brush that I like to use it with is a Sonia G blender brush, but I don't have it now because it's washed. So I have this other brush. This is from, it's a really old brush from NARS, but it's got that kind of like rounded tip shape. So I'm going to take a little bit like this, get a bit on the brush, not too much. I hope it's picking up. Oh yeah, okay, so it's picking up. So a little bit like this, you can't see it, and then just sweep it on the top. Oh my gosh, look at that. Like this. Like if you want to have that glossy cheek, it does give a bit of color, which is why if you don't want to put too much blush, but you want to put this as a topper, you can just put 1 swipe of the blush and then put this on top, and you've got this super healthy looking cheeks. Really nice for like at night when the light hits you. And then I like to put it down my nose as well, a little bit on the like the button nose, and then on the cheeks here, chin here as well. So a little bit goes a long way. And then just sweep it a bit, lightly just tapping it. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. Makes me look very, very healthy. Okay, I'm not sure if that's, I hope that's showing up. Bah! The Super Loaded Tinted Highlighter is really a nice product. You know, when you first look at it, you're like, oh my gosh, it's so brown. So let me just swipe it here. You can see there is this almost like a peachy brown tone to it. And you know, if you are really fair, you want to go light-handed, but trust me, once you blend it on your skin and it's just like that slight glow, oh gosh, it's so pretty, so pretty. I finally took the plunge to pick up her powder, and this is the Vital Press powder, skincare powder in pink bubble. Very pretty packaging, gold, very weighty, feels super luxurious, and it's just a light pink powder. So I'm going to use this as a sort of like a setting powder. So I'm taking one of my, this is like a soft hair Chikuhoro brush. So what I'm going to do is get it all over my brush, tap off the excess, and just, you know, tap along my skin. Tap and then sweep whatever's left. I don't want to take off that glow, but at the same time, I do want to take down the shine a little bit, because if I'm going to use this makeup the whole day and it's very creamy, I will end up a little bit greasy at the end of the day, but not in a very unsightly way. It still looks very fresh and very healthy. But yeah, you know, in Singapore it can get quite hot, so I'm just gonna take it down a little bit but leave just a touch of that glow still. Isn't that gorgeous? So this powder, it's nice. It didn't give me any pinkness to it, but I feel like it just took down the glow on my skin. Nice. Not sure if it's worth the money, but you know, it's Westman Atelier, so her stuff is really nice and I have been enjoying it. I did not purchase any of her bronzers because her bronzers are also cream formula, and I don't use cream bronzers very often to justify the purchase, so I'll probably not buy it. So I'm just going to use one of my, this is a Le Beige Soft Peach. It's a highlighting powder, but it's got a bit of like color to it, a little bronzy color. So just to give myself a bit of color, not too much, and then we'll continue with her other stuff. I also went ahead to do my eyebrows because I don't have any of her eyebrow products, which I'm wondering if she does have any. Not sure. But in any case, I'm going to use her eye pods, which I got as a gift from Clara to do my eyes, and it comes in a set of 3. This is the eye pods, oh, they're just called the eye pods. Rendezvous. So 3 colors, and they are, oh my gosh, they're so pretty. I keep them back in the box. So there are 3 beautiful colors. I'm going to show you them one by one. There is Bijou, which is this soft, like almost pinky color. So I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to tap it in and then put it on my eye. I have this dual-ended eyeshadow brush from Merit Beauty, and I think it'll be perfect. So I'm just like swirling it inside because her product is very creamy, so it will pick up and I can blend it on my eyes. That's pretty. So doing that, smooth it all over my eyelid, and then I'll do it on the other side. I tried to use this product with my finger and I found that I couldn't pick up much product. Kind of works better with a brush that can kind of pull the product up, because it's almost like a, I don't know, I didn't read about what kind of texture it is, but it feels like it's cream to matte formula. I only have one. I'm going to clean off this brush with a tissue, and now I'm going to go in with this color, is the Bone Chance, Bonne Chance, CHANCE. So it's almost like this green color. So I'm going to take a little bit, and this one feels more like a powder formula, but I'm going to take a little bit, blend it on my hand first before I put it on my eye, so that I can kind of get the brush coated with all the color. And I'm going to put it on the corner of my eye here, just to give myself a bit of depth. So the whole makeup line feels almost like no makeup, or almost natural, your beauty shining in. So it's very soft. So I'm just take a bit more and sweep and blend. I don't want to go in too much because I want to get a nice soft look. Yeah, just like that. Okay, next I'm going to do the other eye. Again, take from the eye pod, blend it on my hand, and then go again on the corner first. Little bit by little bit. It's buildable, but it's still a very soft eye product. So I wouldn't go straight in, because, you know, better to go a little bit and then build, because if you make any mistakes, you can easily correct it. But if you go in too much, which I feel like I went in too much here, then I'll have to figure out the other side. So that's the thing about darker eyeshadows. You don't want to go in too much, which I kind of did as I was talking. And now I've got to like fix it. So I'm going to clean up this brush now and try to blend it out, because I don't want too much, but at the same time I do want some depth along the corner of my eye. And I'm going to sweep whatever's left on my brush underneath here, under my for my lower lash line. Finally, frappe in this gold packaging, and this is almost like a mauvey, purpley brown with gold kind of like gold flecks. So I'm going to use this other side of the brush and to pick up some. So this one I'm going to use as a liner because I don't have any liner from her. So I'm going to work with this instead to give my eyes a bit of dimension. And this will be my liner for today's look. So I'm going to go in and just keep it really, really close to my lash line, sweeping it in, almost like a soft, smoky look. This is actually a really good brush. So if you don't want to spend Westman Atelier money on a brush, you can get the Merit brush. This is the dual-ended brush. So one tip is smaller, and then the other side is like a, I don't know, this is like a round top brush. It's synthetic hair, so you know it's easy to just quickly clean, and it picks up these cream products very nicely. Because I feel like Merit, I don't know, I just feel like Merit copied Westman Atelier because they have the similar blush stick. No, wait, no, they don't have blush sticks. No, they have the foundation stick, which got compared to Westman Atelier's one for a while, which is why I bought it as well. To me, they're quite comparable, but I somehow think the Westman Atelier one is a tad creamier. I feel like this whole makeup makes me look so fresh and like juicy and like just glowy, don't you think so? Especially the cheeks. So I'm not sure if the lipstick will be a bit too much, but what is really good about this is that you can mix and match. So it has 4 shades and it has this really bright magenta pink at the bottom, then a deeper color, then it's really bright red, and then something that's a bit more mauvey on the top. For my fingers, I feel like I can just go one swipe, but oh my gosh, I don't want to like mess it up. So I think it's better if you have a lip brush, but I just want to try it just with my finger and see if this works, because I feel like I want to put this in my handbag and dab it on my lips when I need a little bit of touch up. So let's go with the lighter shade. So the one right at the corner here first. You know, let me just do some swatches first. So it feels, oh my gosh, it feels so creamy. The colors are so intense, and I think you could mix and match it. Let's start with the lighter shade first. And I don't usually keep long fingernails, but I haven't cut my nails for a week. And I feel like I might dig my nails into it. So if you have long fingernails, I think you better go in with a lip brush. So I'm going to try really carefully and grab the lighter shade. And then I'm going to apply it like this. Okay, that's not easy. So swiping it is, the texture, it's very thick. I think I have to kind of like tap it onto my lips. I think the warmth of my fingers and my lips is going to make it easier to, yeah, okay, so I'm getting a hang of it. So it's definitely something that you need to work with. It's very thick and it almost feels drying, but it's not. So as I tap on my lips, I feel like it's becoming a little bit more like softer, like creamier. Not like a lipstick where you can swipe and you feel like, oh my gosh, cream on your lips. It's almost like just the color, and I think it's better if you just tap. Okay, so I think I'm just tapping to get the color will be okay. Very nice. I think if you look in the camera, it's just a hint of color on my lips, and it doesn't feel like it's drying my lips out. It's just left this nice almost mauvey, cool tone mauvey tinge on my lips. The next color on top, the second strip, is this really bright tomato red. It's not like a red. It's got a bit of orange to it. So I'm gonna go in very gently again. I'm trying to be like so careful not to get the colors on each other. I don't know how this one's gonna turn out. So again, I'm gonna do the tapping motion. I'm kind of like tapping, spread a little bit, tap and spread. A little bit of pressure, like I'm pressing the colors into my lips. And then on the side. Okay, it's a little messy because I'm not the best with putting lipstick with my fingers. So I really need to clean it out a little bit. Get my finger. It looks more intense on camera, but in real life, I mean, it's still really bright, but it's not like I'm committing to a red lipstick. So for people like me, I don't wear red, like intense red lipsticks all the time. This is sort of like taking one of those red lipsticks and blotting it on your lips and then wiping it away, is giving that stain on your lips. So it's nice. It's like I don't want to commit to a full red lipstick, but still I can get a nice, really, really bright red lip. Moving to the third strip from the bottom, and this looks like blood red, so it's very, very deep in color. And let's go and do the same thing. This is sophisticated. This red lip is like, you mean business. It's not as bright and fun and summery like the second color, but this is like wine. Like you're going for a date and you want to impress with a nice black dress. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna go a little bit so you can just get the color. I'm loving this palette. Okay, let's go. All right, last shade. My lips are getting so... I don't know how beauty influencers do this. I think they don't use tissue. I think they use like a oil-based wet wipe, but I'm not professional, so we're doing this with a tissue. Okay, finally, this magenta color at the top. Okay, I'm gonna use a cleaner fingernail. I hope it's showing up on camera. It's a little messy. My lips feel a little sore. But this last shade has more blue and almost like a pink tinge to it. It's different enough from the rest that well, on camera it might look the same, but it actually looks different in real life. This one is kind of like more cheeky in a way. So yeah, those are the 4 shades in this La Rouge palette, and this Lip Suede La Rouges. I really like it. It's like getting 4 red colors without committing to the full 4 bullets of lipstick. My only complaint is that it's kind of small, so you have to be really careful if you don't want to mess it up. Like you don't want to go all over. You want to keep the 4 strips to be independent. But otherwise, I really, really like it. So I'm glad I finally picked it up. It was sold out, so there was only 3 left on Selfridges. Then the next time I went on, after I purchased it, it was already gone from the site. So I'll link it down below if I can find it. The lip suede in the nudes didn't get good reviews on YouTube. Like some people didn't really like it. They said it doesn't do much for the lips compared to the reds to justify the price. This one, I think, if you're a person like me, you don't want to buy red lipsticks, or you have red lipsticks already but you want a variety and you want to carry it, I really like this. I'm surprised I like all the colors. So a quick roundup of all the things that I've got. So the foundation, the blush, the baby blush cheek sticks, the lip suede, the powder, the tinted loaded highlighter. Is that all that I have? Oh, and then the eyeshadows. I think everything is just amazing. Her stuff is expensive, which is why I buy a little bit here and there, like a little treat after several months. And I'm just kind of slowly collecting her things. I might get a few more baby blush, baby cheeks, maybe one more, maybe not a few, maybe one more color. I'm just waiting for her to come out with other shades. And if she comes up with more lip suedes, I will be very interested. Now, of the things that I have, I'm not sure about the powder, and I'm not sure about the eye pods. I think it's very pretty. Like the color on my eyes, I enjoy it. The only thing is that it's in 3 pods. So if you want to get all 3 shades for traveling, it's kind of like inconvenient. But if you're like one shade wonder, then I think it's good. So really depends on how you wear your makeup. If you're not 3-pot, like you don't want to bring 3 pots, you just prefer a palette, then this is probably not for you. You can skip it. The powder, I think it's pretty, and I think it set my foundation, but did it transform my makeup? I don't think it did very much. I don't think it made a lot of difference, but it's nice. The packaging is very luxurious. I'm gonna hold up on my, opinion on that. I know a lot of people love it, so maybe it gets better over time or something about it. So I'm gonna hold up to that, but the rest, the foundation, the blush sticks, oh my gosh, I love so much. This super loaded tinted highlighter. That is the glow that I am getting. Wow, I love this so much. So yeah, I'm gonna link everything in the description section down below. You can easily check it out. If you enjoyed today's look, do give this video a thumbs up. If you enjoyed the get ready with me as well. And yeah, if you enjoyed my content, I do hope you will subscribe and hit the notification bell as well. Otherwise, everyone, please take care, stay safe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!